Turn 3, time for Andy's bomber to not come on. He is very excited about that. He's 3+, normally everything comes on sooner, but in this instance, that is bad luck still reigns supreme in 40k. So if you have bad luck, you can keep it. It's okay. Boys running for the objective, the Mega Knobs, they kind of have the objective. They kind of want to deal some damage though while they're there. They don't want anyone regrouping or anything. Weird Boy power, he fails with no perils. And so that's that. The boys now want to jump over the battle wagon, which one gets fully crossed, the rest are on top, and they all have to obviously take dangerous terrain tests, and just one of them dies. Still pretty good. They have to, I think, take morale because they lost that, but they're good. So moving on, just another boys. Oh no, they actually lost morale. The other one trying to. No, they didn't regain it because they were running before. So moving on, he shoots with all that he has, twin link shots and rockets and I think, or just the shooters. And they managed to kill all, I think, but one boy. Yes. And so I am stuck, and the Death Copter shooting at the Ludo wagon does hit, but fails to. No, he does get a penetrating roll, but just doesn't.
Challenge you. Come on.
Pokey. All right, we're challenged.
Would you accept?
I accept, of course I accept. I accept with your knob that I'm borrowing. They're brothers in arms.
So this combat ensues, and Andy loves the challenge. I just can't get a normal knob hit in. But in this case, he attacks first, of course, because I charged through, but then attacking back, he only kills one guy. And so full attacks back, he gets his saves, but I kill all but one of his orcs. The knobs, they attack at the same time, they both get hits, and they both, I think, get wounds. Yes, they both get one wound, but that's an instant kill for both, and so they whack each other. And so it's good for Andy, because he normally would have lost it anyways, but with the challenge he was able to snipe my knob as well. Makes my knob, my boy is significantly cheaper, or weaker. But I did win combat, so the other boy ran, I did catch him, so we didn't have to run after him, and I'm Congo lining towards the objective. So end of turn 3, again, Weird Boy all the way over on the sideline, flyers flying everywhere, this way and that. And really it's kind of on Andy's side of the board, there's not too much going on, but well, just a few boys left. I've been able to clean up everything else with my flyers and everything else, but it's just on my side of the board, I have a bunch of Mega Knobs and a Weird Boy and Gazkull, which will actually be quite hard, I think, to uproot, and he might actually claim, or at least contest that objective. So I gotta make my way over, and he's making those Mega Knobs true choices. So if I can kill, even if I can't kill Gazkull, if I can at least kill the other Mega Knobs, but then again, he can take wounds off them, and just pile on himself if he wants to. So, moving on. Turn 4, my bomber comes back on. So he's just moving the regular 18 inches on. Not wanting to do too much. And then the rest of my flyers decide it's time to get off the board. And so with 36-inch movement, very easy. They just turn and fly off the short board edge. Because they didn't have anything clear to shoot at this turn. And since next turn could possibly be the last turn, it's better for them to come in later and do what damage they can. And now don't touch that. I actually touched that with an immobilized battle or mobilized Ludo wagon. I forgot he was immobilized, and so he actually tank shocked the guys, the Mega Knobs. And so we're gonna declare that oops. Which is actually a shock attack gun mishap. But anyways, going to tank shock with my Def Roller, get rid of those boys, but I roll double one. Which means I get immobilized right before I reach the boys, and I don't manage to tank shock anything. It's smart to hide in terrain. So then the truck goes, he does manage a successful tank shock, and those two boys, they weren't actually running away, as like I said before, but now they are. As they fall back 3 inches, they're not quite out of it yet, but because they are below 25%, they start off at 20, so they have to at least 5 boys to regroup. They do not, and so they will run off the board. Then my boys running through difficult terrain, getting to that forest, getting closer and closer, being able to, hopefully, without too many problems, kill those boys. And I rolled another double one, so I'm stuck back in the forest with my other truck. And my tank shocks are just not working out for me right now, this game. That's okay. Still have lots and lots of boys left, and then my guys from the back, they move forward a little bit, see if they can get closer, and of course my little wagons move back to be able to obviously shoot and not worry about too much about scattering on and just obliterating myself. The boys outside the truck, they unloaded. They should have attacked the other squad. So after seeing their other guys get slaughtered and moved, they get back in the truck and move over for some nice maneuverability, see what they can do. And then Weirdboy, they decided to stay still because who cares? And then I got a 2 frazzle, screw that. Oh, I got another one. I got a 5. I'm deep striking again. And so now I'm actually much closer. And so I did not want to go through that noxious river that was going to get rid of my psychic powers. And so I decided to fly over it or teleport over it, or who knows what happens really. But I got over it. That's the important thing. So first boom gun shoots into the forest. Second boom gun also shoots into the forest. I think we got the wrong intel. The Meganobs are not hiding in the forest. They're hiding in the wide open. So next turn, maybe I might be able to shoot properly. So I shoot with my super shooters into the Death Copter, able to damage him up, and he gets 1 wound. Or no, that was with all the pistols of the boys, sorry. Then big shooters shooting at the boys, just trying to wear them out, do some damage, and get them off that objective, because as orcs, as you know, I capture your objective, and I kind of leave my objective alone. Moving up, again, enough, but I'm not able to do anything. I always hit with 1 and then fail to wound. And then that happened again. So final effort of shooting against that squad of boys, at least, my pistols, and same thing. I hit with 1 and I failed to wound. And so their squad of boys actually runs forward to get out of there, do something. But the big mech repairs the battle wagon, so he'll be able to tank shock next turn or do whatever he wishes. I do now shoot with my super shooter, twin linked, and it's strafing run, so it's only 4s to hit. And it's actually strike 6, it was 3s to wound, and it's AP 4, so I'll give him the dice, but we realize that the Death Copter actually is dead. Now I would declare a charge with these guys that I ran with, which was a mistake, but they failed to charge anyways, and so we're going to look past that little error and forget about it. Now the other boys, which can very much charge, do roll, and they get an 8 on their charge, even with the 3 dice taking away the highest, and they're all get into combat without any problems. But he still does have the higher initiative because I did charge through terrain. Attacking first back at me, they managed to get 1 wound, and I failed to save, and so 1 boy is dead, of course taken from the front. But it doesn't matter because 3 inches I can easily consolidate in all my attacks. And I do manage to wound and kill his last boys. And that is the end of the top of turn 4. Now for Andy's turn. And guess what? He comes in!